was the night before, not Christmas, but my first ever ketamine infusion therapy. And I am a little bit not scared, but nervous, I guess. It's been a long week, a very long week, emotional, at many levels. And so I think that's probably also why I am pretty anxious about tomorrow. But also, it's just, I've heard a lot of stories, not all of them, well, actually, none of them were pleasant about how that therapy works. I'm not talking about the results. Like some people are very happy about the results, the benefits. But I've heard a lot of horror stories about the effects and side effects of the treatments. And being someone who's very sensitive, extremely sensitive to side effects of medication, which I'm pretty sure I mentioned before. If it's on the list, trust that there's a good chance I'm gonna get it. So I am nervous, I'm anxious, but I'm also excited because I am thinking it could work, right? And if it does, that could change a lot of things. So yeah, so it's gonna be tomorrow, midday. It's going to be for about 4 or 5 hours hooked to the machine, um, intravenously. So it could be in your arm, in your leg, somewhere. So you just hook to the machine, and then you're receiving the ketamine infusion continuously. Um, yeah, so that's going to be a while. So I'm preparing. And before I tell you what I'm taking with me and what I'm doing to prepare, I'm going to tell you exactly what the treatment is. So I have the consent form. Did I mention why uh, I have this? I'm going to have this treatment? I don't think so. I should have probably started with that. So for me, it's for my chronic pain, um, mainly for fibromyalgia. For a lot of people, that's what they use it for, but there are also a lot of people who use it for mental health conditions, mental health disorders, for depression, for anxiety. Let me see. Hmm, should I probably check that before? Should I check that before starting to record? Um, uh, what did I say? Uh, Anxiety, okay. Depression, anxiety, chronic pain, OCD, or drug or alcohol abuse. Yeah, that's what it's mainly used for in that form. So, um, the areas where you can be pricked, where they put the intravenous line, the IV, can be your arm, hand, or leg. And my your blood pressure, heart rate, and oxygen saturation will all be monitored throughout the infusion procedure under a physician or nurse's supervision. Um, and you will be given a subanesthetic dose of ketamine by slow, continuous infusion. Depending upon your response to this first infusion, we may increase the dose incrementally with your subsequent infusions to maximize your response. We will also often adjust the infusion rate during each infusion, depending on how you are responding to maximize the effectiveness of each infusion. Adjuvant medications may also be administered if necessary, such as anti-nausea medication, mild sedatives for agitation, etc. Okay, so risks and side effects. That's the good stuff. Um, let's go. Hallucinations, vivid dreams and nightmares, nausea and vomiting, increased saliva production, dizziness, blurred vision, increased heart rate and blood pressure during the infusion, out of body experience during the infusion, change in motor skills. I was about to say monitor skills. Motor skills. These symptoms dissipate when the infusion is stopped. If they are severe, another medication such as a sedative can be used to treat the symptoms. Uncommon side effects: rash, double vision, pain and redness in the injection site, increased pressure in the eye, jerky arm movements resembling a seizure. And rare side effects: allergic reaction, irregular or slow heart rate, arrhythmia, low blood pressure, cystitis of the bladder, inflammation, ulcers, and fibrosis. Even more severe side effects up to and including death are possible, but extremely unlikely, such as a fatal allergic reaction to one of the medication. Okay. Other risks. Yes, there's more. Ketamine can cause various symptoms, including but not limited to flashbacks, hallucinations, feelings of unhappiness, restlessness, anxiety, insomnia, and disorientation. Wow. Okay. Benefits. There are benefits. Thank God. Unlike, unlike conventional antidepressants, ketamine has been associated with a rapid decrease in depression, bipolar, and PTSD symptoms. It has also been shown to be helpful with a variety of chronic pain syndromes and with alleviating the cravings for drugs and alcohol. I cannot read out loud. This is wild. The initial series of infusions is used to prolong the longevity of improvement. What? Yeah, okay. Sorry. While the goal is improvement of symptoms, results cannot be guaranteed, and there is no way to predict how any individual will respond to ketamine infusion therapy. These effects may not be long lasting and will most likely require further infusions. Okay, so these are basically the method of administration, the risks, and the benefits. So the precautions that I must take are: I will not eat or drink for at least 6 hours before each of the infusions. I may, however, drink clear liquids for up to 2 hours before an infusion. I'll be drinking a lot of water. I mean, not too much because I'll get back to it later. I will take all of my usual morning medications with a few sips of water before an infusion, except for lamictal, any benzodiazepines, and any sedating drugs, including narcotic pain medication. That doesn't apply to me. I'm not taking any of that. I will not drive a car. Good, I don't drive. I will not conduct business or make any important decisions the remainder of the day after an infusion. I must refrain from alcohol or other substances prior to and for 24 hours after an infusion. That doesn't apply to me either. I must tell the clinic about all medications I'm taking, especially narcotic pain relievers or barbiturate. Okay, so basically now you know how that works. And to prepare, so I mentioned the water thing, and I said I'm going to drink a lot of water. I love drinking water. So I'm allowed to drink water up to 2 hours before the infusion. I'm probably going to start, no, I'm probably going to stop much sooner than the 2 hours because I'm not going to be able to go to the bathroom during treatment. And um, I actually was instructed to wear adult diapers. So I went out and got myself a pack of, yeah, they're, I have to say something. They make them very cute now. They used to be quite bulky and kind of, you would see them, like if you're wearing them, you could see that somebody's wearing something extra, extra. But with those, they look pretty comfortable. And actually, you could also choose between white and black. I chose white, black, sorry. Um, and I wasn't really sure what to look for, so I had to go online and do some research. So to see what were the important things. So the two important things are the size and the um, absorbency. So I got maximum just in case because I figured when I go to the bathroom, I'm usually a pretty like heavy, you know. So and especially if I have, I mean, in one go you never know, right? But if I'm gonna be hooked to that machine and be like infused for 4 or 5 hours, I'm probably going to go to the bathroom a few times. So even if it's a little bit every time, I need something that's going to hold quite a bit. And these say that um, they keep you dry, secure, and they do also odor control. So and 3 times the protection. So I'm hoping that they're really good. There's 16 of them in that pack, and I'm not sponsored. And I'm not, telling you that these are the best to get. I haven't tried them yet. So I will keep you posted afterwards to let you know whether they're good or not. And also, so for the size, because I didn't know what those different sizes meant, like it's small, medium, large, extra, extra large. I had no clue. So when I went online to check it out, it said that you actually had to measure yourself. So you have to measure your waist at the belly button level and also your hip. So like the widest part. So, and then you choose based on that. So, my suggestion for you, if you're ever going to go and buy adult diapers, either for yourself, or for somebody else, to measure yourself before you leave home. Or I had one of those in my backpack, so I actually measured myself in the store. So I have no shame. There's no shame in my game. So I was in the aisle looking at this stuff like I would be looking at anything else. And I was not going to pretend that it wasn't for me. Why would I? Right? So here I was measuring and I got them. So I'm going to wear a pair um, to get there. And then I will probably change before, once I'm done, to, to get home. So this is one of the things that I needed. And also, I was told that I needed the blanket. So here's my bag. See that bag? I need to tell you something about this bag. It's so, so precious to me because one of my dear big sisters, she's my cousin, but she's my sister, made it for me. Like, she made it with so much love. And the peacock is like my mom and I's favorite animal. Like we really love peacocks. When I was growing up, my mom used to uh, pick pick peacock feathers that the peacocks would drop, throughout the year. And she made like a large bouquet in our living room. And now I have one in my own living room. But mine were bought because I couldn't find any peacocks here. It was not, even if I found one, like I'm not gonna run around behind them waiting for them to drop a feather to grab it. So I bought them. But so this is why this bag means so much to me. And so this is what I'm going to bring with me. And here's my blanket. And I told you I love football. By now you probably guessed what my team is. And so this is a blanket. Let me see. One of my favorites as well. So this is what I'm going to take with me to the clinic. So I'm ready to go to bed, and I hope that I'm going to have a good night because I'm quite tired. Um, they said also you cannot drive or you cannot either take public transportation or anything like that to get home. You have to have escorts, not just escort, but somebody who's actually going to take you all the way home, not just drop you off in front of your house or your building. So I have a friend and neighbor who's going to do that for me. I'm so grateful. So this is it for now. So actually, now that I've talked about it and kind of laughed a little bit about it, I feel better. But I'll probably feel differently in the morning when it's time to go. I may or may not make a video before I leave for the clinic. I won't be able to record the infusion because I don't think I would have wanted to anyway, but they don't allow cameras or anything like that. So I'm just gonna go and get the treatment and then I will record the aftermath. So stay tuned and I will see you soon.